incarcerated individual's use of institutional telephones constitutes consent, and your calls may be provided to law enforcement agencies. Thank you for using Securus.
Good evening, folks, and welcome everyone to another exciting Friday night edition of the Grand Jury. It's game show style, folks. Lights, camera, reasonable person standards, and action. I'm your co-host and your bailiff, Big Ron, bringing the energy and now the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's meet our distinguished guests for tonight's episode, the 5 volunteers who have bravely stepped up to serve on our mock jury. Our first guest tonight is Moose. Moose, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm glad to be here. Look forward to tonight. Thank you.
Oh, great to have you, Moose. Thanks for volunteering. Our next guest is going to be Jim Bob. Jim Bob, thanks for coming tonight.
Yeah, hey, thanks for having me. Yeah, gonna have fun tonight, so let's go.
It's always a great time. And our next guest is going to be Derp. Derp, thanks for coming, buddy.
It's Dupe, but thanks for having me. I want to shout out the Cancel Me Later podcast, Tuesdays, 8:30 Eastern Time, streaming on YouTube and X. Rumble hasn't been working recently. It's hosted by Zach McClanahan. He's running for Senate on X, or Senate in Illinois. On X, he's I'm Him, and it's Zach for Illinois, ZACH. It's a great show, and there's also Turn It Into a Space. That's on Thursdays and Saturdays, also at 8:30. Team is always there. Rachel, John Ravenfire. It's a good group of people. Zach's grassroots guy trying to replace Tammy Duckworth. Working man getting his hands dirty is the kind of guy a lot of us would like to see. And also Daniel Keenan comes around. He's running for the House in Arizona. DK_ for Congress. Having fun tonight, guys. Let's go.
That is awesome. Everybody, make sure you get a chance to check those guys out. They'd really appreciate it. And there's another personal friend of mine here that we're going to have on the show tonight. This guy's a riot. We're going to have Grizzly the Biker on tonight. Grizz, thanks for coming, man. Great to see you again.
Oh, always nice to be here. Thank you very much for having me, and it's wonderful to be amongst everyone on this show.
And last but not least, Shane. Shane, thanks for coming. All right, might be having.
Thanks for the invite. I'm looking forward to it.
No worries. Thanks for coming. And as you all know, I can't do this job alone, and neither can Joe. And we've got our man in the background, somebody you've never seen with Batman himself. We all know who that is. Bruce Wayne. Welcome to the show, brother.
Thank you, sir. Excited to be here.
Outstanding. All right. Everybody give them a big round of applause in the chat, folks. These are real people from X community, ready to watch real-world body cam and dash cam footage, hear the contacts and the vote, reasonable or unreasonable. We'll go case by case, play the video, discuss the key moments, and then poll the jury one by one, starting with guest number 1 all the way down the line. Joe will guide us through the evidence, break down the law, and keep things moving. And like any good courtroom drama, we'll start that with a classic intro. All rise. The Honorable Mock Grand Jury is now in session. The bailiff, myself, will now swear in our panel of 5 everyday heroes from X. Do you solemnly swear to judge these policies, use of force videos based solely on the facts, the footage, and what a reasonable officer would do under the circumstances, without bias, without hindsight, and with the spirit of Graham versus Connor in mind? Say I do if you're ready to deliberate.
I do.
I do.
All right.
I'll always side with the cuter person.
By God, being cute tonight is the way to do it.
I do.
All right, folks. Well, you know what I'm going to say. The bourbon is cold. The cigar is lit. The jury is in their seats. The chat is rolling. The videos are loaded. My clock is ready. Joe, the grand jury is yours. Let's kick this off, my friend.
I tell you what, I'm excited for it in the intro, but let's introduce our expert witness. As any good grand jury, or any good courtroom, we have an expert witness. It's Jason, a retired 30-year veteran of Minnesota law enforcement, also the developer of the 3D school response system. Welcome, Jason. Appreciate you. By the way, Jason's been on every show. He's always been the expert witness, but we act like it's his first Friday every Friday. Welcome, Jason.
Good to see everybody. Just retired last June and having fun not having to go into the police department anymore. But focused on 3D and keeping our kids safe.
Well, I tell you what, this is a bit of a special show. Ultra Grizzly Biker Dad is a proud gay man, and he talked me into doing our first gay pride show. So he brought each one of you guys to me. I was unaware, but gay pride for you guys, and happy everybody's. You guys excited about doing this?
That's completely unnecessary.
Fabulous.
No. Well, there may be gay pride there. I'm not saying there's not. Just saying it's not. That's not the run of the show. But I came up with the idea to do it during the before we went live. But you can blame Ultra Grizzly Dad, Biker Dad, for this. He said, "No, do it on air." He talked me into it. But welcome, guys. Thanks for spending your Friday night with us. Let's get into this. For all our cases tonight, we're going to consider the use of deadly force. And deadly force is only justified when a reasonable person would believe, given the same information available, that the deadly force was necessary in self-defense or in defense of another. That's the only time deadly force is. Cannot use deadly force to apprehend. You cannot use deadly force to subdue, because that's like a permanent subdual. It has to be for defense yourself or defense of another, giving the information that available to you that another reasonable person would believe that their life was in danger. Now, we do this, all of our cases tonight will have law enforcement involved. And there's a particular case, Graham versus Connor, 1989. It says that a police officer's use of deadly force should be viewed with deference given for a swiftly evolving situation and without the benefit of hindsight. That's what it says for law enforcement officers. I believe that to be true for everyone. But when we watch these tonight, we ask that you give some deference for a swiftly evolving situation. The actors that are making decisions that you're judging are not watching a video. They're there and they're seeing it for the first time, and then also without the benefit of hindsight. Now, unlike a trial jury, a grand jury only needs to be convinced more likely than not, probable cause, which literally means more likely than not that the act was justified or not. If we were a trial jury, like most of us see on television, it's what's depicted in most media, is a criminal trial jury. And this is a jury of 12, and they've got to be convinced beyond a reasonable doubt, pretty high standard. The state's got to, all of our constitutional rights, if we're tried by the state, they have to convince a jury beyond a reasonable doubt. On a grand jury, it's not that high. It's literally more likely than not is the level of convincing that you need from the evidence. So that means you're not going to see a lot of detailed evidence. You just get enough evidence to be able to make this type of decision. Our jury tonight may have one of two findings. The force was reasonable or the force was unreasonable. Reasonable or not is all we're asking. We're not asking for innocence or guilt. We're not asking for judgments on policy. We're not asking for judgments on techniques or procedures that may be used. We're just asking if a reasonable person, given the set of circumstances that you'll be presented with, would a reasonable person believe that their life was in danger or if the life of a third person's in danger? Doesn't necessarily have to be after the fact real. After an investigation, you find out, for instance, it was a toy gun. Just at the point that the force was used, was it reasonable? Now, 3 out of 5 votes wins the day with a majority decision, and we give you 10 minutes to decide. That's the game show style of this. Any questions over the instructions before we get started? Going once, going twice. Big Ron, present the first case.
Let's fire it up.
You called 911 for LAPD. Did you need police or paramedics there?
I think there's the one in the parking lot with the firearm.
There's a fire alarm ringing?
Firearm. The plate is...
Sir, I'm having a really hard time understanding you. Confirm there's a fire alarm ringing?
No, firearm.
There's a firearm? A gun?
Yeah.
Who has a gun?
Yeah. I was passing by and I saw someone with a firearm outside the truck.
And what cross?
Valerian?
Spell the street name that crosses Sherman Way?
Barial Avenue.
Burial Avenue. Okay. And so you
Yeah.
saw somebody outside. What were they doing? Holding a gun?
I saw they have like a firearm in his hand, and they were inside the truck. So that's why I sent you the.
Were they
plate
alone?
number. Huh?
They were alone?
I'm not sure. I just stopped by to get some food, and I saw somebody with a firearm.
Okay. They were sitting inside the car or outside of the car?
I think they inside the car.
What's the color and model of the car?
Huh?
What was the color and model of the car?
I'm not sure. It's like a dark gray or something like that.
It's what?
Dark gray.
Is it a pickup truck, a four-door? What are we looking for?
It's a pickup. I think it's a pickup.
How long ago did you see him?
Like 5 or 10 minutes ago.
Did you see any color clothing the man was wearing?
Huh?
Did you see any color clothing the man was wearing?
No, I think they're still outside.
All right. He was on Sherman Way or on Burial? What was the car parked on?
Sherman Way.
All right. Thank you.
In front of
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Unit 415 out with a gun, Sherman Way and Burial. Suspects a male seen inside the third pickup truck parked in front of holding a handgun code 207 or D2136.
Can't see what he's holding.
Hey, policía, maestro del carro.
Come on, senor.
Maestro del carro. Hammer. Hello. These guys okay? These guys are out. I think he's better. Hey, pistola?
Hands.
Is he the only one?
Don't.
There's a driver.
Gun! Don't move! Put your hands up now! Hands in the air! Grab him, grab passenger out, rip him out. Driver's got a gun in his waistband.
Let me get a backup.
Grab him, rip him out. Don't move! Don't reach for the gun! Do not reach for the gun! I'm gonna shoot you if you reach for that gun! Don't do it! Don't do it! He's got a gun in his waistband. He's not listening to commands. Hands in the air! Put your hands on top of your head now! Give me a Spanish speaker. Don't do it! God damn it.
There's your first case, folks. Any questions, any portion of the video you'd like to see again?
Could I please see the very end again? Because I did not see him reach for the gun.
There's a driver.
Gun, gun, gun!
Gun, gun!
Don't move! Put your hands up, now! Hands in the air! Grab him, grab passenger out, rip him out. Driver's got a gun in his waistband.
Let me get a backup.
Grab him, rip him out. Don't move! Don't reach for the gun! Do not reach for the gun! I'm gonna shoot you if you reach for that gun! Don't do it! Don't do it! He's got a gun in his waistband. He's not listening to commands. Hands in the air! Put your hands on top of your head now! Give me a Spanish speaker. Don't do it! God
All right,
damn
here it
it.
is again.
Do it!
Again.
Give me a Spanish speaker. Don't do it!
Again.
No. Give me a Spanish speaker. Don't do it! God damn it.
Thank you kindly.
That satisfy you?
I have one question, if I could. When the mic's cut on for the officers, can we play the first 5 seconds of their audio?
Precisely 5 seconds, or just the very first part of that?
Yeah, 5 seconds be perfect.
That should be close.
Can't see what he's holding.
Hey, policía, a este lado carro.
Go ahead, senor.
A este lado carro. Hammer. Hello. These guys okay? These guys are out. I think he's better. Hey, pistola?
Hands.
Is he the only one?
Don't.
There's a driver.
Gun, gun, gun!
Gun, gun!
Don't move! Put your hands up!
They give you what you need?
Yeah, thank you.
All right, with no more questions, Big Ron put us up a clock. Let's deliberate. I'm going to go to Dupe. I'm going to go to you first. Guys, way we'll do this is I'm not looking for your vote right now. I'm looking for your opinion. Give me your opinion, which way you lean on this, but I need to get to all 5 of you. So let's get it more of a back and forth instead of taking too long with it. But just get me to your point on how you feel about it, and let's get everybody's initial kind of a straw vote, how they feel about it. I go to you first, Dupe.
Thanks. Yeah, that was interesting. I mean, the cop was very clear. The guy was moving really slowly, and it seemed like he was lazily. I don't know if he was high on something, probably. I guess just not knowing the letter of the law, just in that situation. It seemed like a quick reaction.
Do you think there was a language barrier?
I think there's a language barrier, but there's actions right in your face. And when you've got uniformed officers with guns, you'd think you'd be a little bit more hands on the wheel, just in common knowledge that you cooperate and you excuse me, with the language barrier, cooperation is interesting, but with the actions in your face, there's common things you do, like make sure your hands are clear and don't go reaching for something. I would also just say he was moving really slow. So I don't know if that was a quick reaction or what. Something could have easily happened fast. He could have moved faster shortly afterwards. I don't know. But he clearly did reach for that gun.
Okay, fair enough. Moose, what's your initial opinion?
I agree so far. I did see he reached for the weapon. I'll say that. But also they were yelling, we need somebody to speak Spanish. At the beginning, when the mic cut on, the officer was speaking Spanish, but at the end, nobody could speak Spanish. That's why I wanted to hear the beginning of that. So I don't think there was a language barrier. I really don't, because one of those officers at the beginning was speaking Spanish.
Well, Joker says in the comment, he says he doesn't care what language you speak. A gun fixed on you is kind of like the international language of some shit's up. Okay, so I think I figured out which way you're leaning. Well, let's go to Shane. What do you think, sir? Are you with us, Shane? Mike's muted. If
I would say personally clean shoot. I mean, if you're intoxicated and armed, yeah, I mean, there's a delay. Personally clean shoot. I mean, if you're intoxicated and armed, yeah, I mean, there's a delay.
Yeah, you know, I hear that. Why don't you leave and come back and see if that'll reset it like it does in a space? Are you talking about the delay in
I've
your
got an
audio?
audio delay, but my final point on this is I feel like it's a clean shoot. They were both intoxicated and armed. That's enough for me to think that the officer was defending himself.
Okay, fair enough. Jim Bob, your assessment, sir.
Okay, well, my assessment is there was in fact a universal translator there in the form of a 12 gauge shotgun pointed to the head, and I'm just saying that I saw his hands drop. It looked to me like he was visibly intoxicated, and yeah, it's no bill for me.
Ultra, how do you feel?
Well, I'm going to say that first off, that 911 call was pretty unhelpful. Then I'm going to also talk about the fact that we didn't have audio for most of the video, which was rather unfortunate. And that doesn't help us understand anything that was said before, some facts and circumstances that we may or may not know beforehand. I'm also going to just add that when it came to the Spanish speaker, perhaps the officer only knew a few key words and could never perfectly articulate the commands that he needed to get across to do a successful stop within actual Spanish, which is why they were asking for a translator. I'm also going to say it's really unfortunate that the body cam was not very well positioned on the actor who is the center of this video. And I found it very difficult to actually see what he was doing, but I definitely did see movement. I cannot say for sure I saw him go for the gun because it looked to me like the console is in the way. But then again, we're also trying to look at this through the eyes of a reasonable officer who doesn't have the ability to fast forward, rewind, fast forward, rewind, fast forward, rewind. And I'm going to tell you that if I saw somebody reaching for their waist area, whether or not it was the weapon, I too would unload and do an absolute dump of my magazine or every last shell in a shotgun. So I'm going to side with Jim Bob, and I'm already going to say no bill.
Okay, seems like everybody's on the same sheet of music. Dupe, do you still feel the same way? The force was reasonable on the behalf of the officer?
I think it was reasonable. It's bordering on it for me. I just thought it was quick, but the guy had a gun. We all heard the officer say he's got a gun in his waistband. He kept his hands low, and you saw his right hand bend down. I'm not really sure what else he's supposed to do in that situation.
Very good. I tell you what, let's take a vote. I'm going to start with you, Dupe. Reasonable or not?
Reasonable.
Jim Bob, reasonable or not?
Reasonable for me, 100%. And going back to the last comment, the officer has to react quickly. He has to. So, yeah, reasonable.
Very good. Moose, reasonable or not?
Yeah, that's reasonable force.
Shane, reasonable or not?
Come back, Shane.
Reasonable for me.
Ultra, reasonable or not?
Absolutely reasonable.
Big Ron, that's a unanimous decision right off the get. Reasonable force that we believe that a reasonable officer would have perceived that to be a threat just as this officer did. Jason, any comments about this video?
I've been in that moment many times, and when you're the officer walking up and you see somebody with a gun, there's a kind of a line in the sand you mentally draw to yourself. In this case, if I see that one hand reach towards that gun, I am using deadly force. So I think the officer kind of had that line in the sand. Do not even move towards that gun. The gun doesn't have to be in his hand. it's an action reaction thing, and I think the officer did a great job.
Yeah, and that is a concept that applies here, which is action is always faster than reaction, meaning the officer, even though he had the draw on this guy, his action is always going to be reacting. If he's reacting, someone else's action is always going to be slower. So if you wait for him to like, well, he might have had a gun, but I'm not sure if he was actually going for it. But if the officer waits to be sure, his action could be too late. He could actually have a round fired at him before he can actually return fire. Even at that advantage, that could come to be true. But interesting enough. Now let's talk about some the Range Minded Podcast, folks. You know, we support small content creators here. Range Minded Podcast has been with us since the very beginning as a supporter of the show and sponsor. And he does a weekly podcast. He was nominated this year for a Gundy for Podcast of the Year. Of course, it was a strong field. He didn't quite pull it out this year, but we'll be pulling for him again next year. But let's take a quick look at what the Range Minded Podcast is all about, Big Ron.
Have you ever wondered to yourself, man, what time does the store close? Or where's the best cheeseburger near me? Well, I'm not going to answer those questions. That's what your damn phone is for. Use that. Instead, if you have stuff related, to the 2A world, I'm your man. My name's Steve. I run the Range Minded Podcast. On the podcast, we talk about all things Second Amendment, whether it be new guns or gear. Maybe we talk about some training. We'll dig into Washington and the shenanigans they get up to. Sometimes we talk about the Supreme Court and the crap that they're doing. It's always a good time, a little smorgasbord of the 2A, if you don't mind me using that narrative. Either way, you can find us whether on YouTube or Rumble, Range Minded Podcast. I'm also on all sorts of streaming services wherever you listen to your podcast, Range Minded Podcast. You can jump on the website, rangemindedpodcast.com. Maybe stop by, buy a patch and some other things. There you can link to the social medias and all that other stuff. Hope to see you there. It's always a good time. Anyways, you guys have fun, stay safe, and always stay range minded. See you guys soon.
Yes, folks, the Range Minded Podcast. Subscribe. You can find this podcast anywhere you get yours. Subscribe, follow, or whatever's appropriate for the platform that you find it. That's a big help for them. Even making some comments helps out a lot with their algorithms of these different locations. But go to the rangemindedpodcast.com, his website. You can support him by buying patches, some other cool gear and swag that he's got there. But we're big fans of Range Minded. Anything individual freedom and 2A, he covers. All right, Big Ron, we're up to case number 2, folks. They're not going to get any easier. That was just a warm up. Case number 2.
Number 2 coming up.
So they get a call for late at night, 3:30 in the morning, to get a welfare check for a man sitting at a light for a long time in his vehicle. Now, you're not going to have audio in the beginning of this, but this is the contact of the officers. So pay attention to body language. It'll give you an idea if it's in compliance.
Get in your car. Get in your car, sir.
I glad I
Get in
am
your car, sir.
I glad I'm
Get in your fucking car, sir. Get in your car. Mm-hmm. 46. Start me a medic. Whitehead Court and Security Boulevard. I got a suspect down. Head injury. 1018 for medics. help you out. Medics 1018.
All right, there, folks, your second case. Now, I know I'm going to get it. You couldn't hear exactly what was being said, and that's true. You can't, but that's sometimes how evidence is. Jurists and grand juries and trial juries do this every time there's a trial, every time there's a matter before them. They have to make a judgment call with the evidence presented. So I'm challenging you with the same thing here. Any portion of this video you'd like to see again?
Yeah, Joe, could you go back to
Yes, if
like the last 5 seconds
the car right when he makes contact with the officer and let it play right there until he hits the ground.
Give it to me like this: with before audio or at audio?
At audio.
Yeah, add audio. That'd be great.
Get in your car. Get in your car, sir.
I glad I
Get in
have
your
a
car, sir.
I glad I'm.
Get in your fucking car, sir. Get in your car.
Did that satisfy you?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
No, it didn't me, Joe. Could you go like frame by frame? Right before the head injury, I'm missing something here. So could
no, I don't have the ability to go frame by frame. This is not CSI. I can give you the video again. I can pause it in certain spots. I can try to move it slow if you like. What do you think you're missing?
how a head injury that severe? It was.
Sorry. No, that satisfied me. I was unable to the mic button was not responding, so that satisfied me. Thank you.
I'm listening to you, Jim Bob.
Yeah, I'm just not clear on how a head injury this severe was sustained with a fist. That's all I'm looking at right now.
All right, pay attention. He's going to get a head injury to the back of his head, and it wasn't the fist. It was his body falling and hitting the concrete or hitting the pavement. There's the wound on the back of his head. You'll see it as it progressively bleeds. Let me make it larger for you. See it right by the cop's elbows. Now you see the wound, the back of his head.
Yeah, I see it. I just didn't know if there was a baton or something in the officer's hand, and that's what I wanted clarification on.
I believe it was just a closed fist, a closed hand strike would be the classification.
Yep, then I'm good. Good to go.
Right, let's put up a clock. Let's talk about it. Moose, I'm coming to you now, sir. What's your impression on this video?
Yeah, thank you. I just think as soon as he got out of the car, it turned to self-defense for the officer. So it was a must. He had to defend himself. You just don't do that.
So you think that it wasn't the officer's intention to kill him? The officer didn't believe that he was going to kill him by striking him?
Absolutely not. Definitely not.
Okay. Let's go to Shane. Shane's watching this on another device. There's an 11-second delay. That's what Shane's doing.
It was unintentional because if you look after he struck, he actually says, "Get back in your car," right? And if he was actually intending to cause him harm, he wouldn't be saying, "Get back in your car." I do think that was kind of a crazy decision to make personally, but it doesn't look intentional.
What about reckless or careless? That could come into play criminally anyway. Do you think it was reckless or careless?
Again, I've got a time delay, so if you guys are waiting on me, just be mindful of that. But it was reckless. I wouldn't put somebody that tried to attack me back into a vehicle where he could potentially find a weapon. And also, if you're giving somebody the leeway to get back into their vehicle, it's pretty stupid to strike at them. Like, he's literally, if you look at the officer, he's smacking him around saying, get back in the car at the same time. But that just looked like he was under stress.
Okay, fair enough. Ultra, what do you think?
Well, I definitely agree with the whole idea that it's not safe for the officer in such close quarters. The man was directed to get back into his vehicle. I do believe that the officer was justified in retaliating with physical force because the man tried to, it looked like, grab and slap him. And then it's unfortunate, but it seems that I wouldn't call it exactly by the legal definition excessive force, but he did hit that guy in response to what was constantly escalating, and it's very unfortunate that the man got a head wound. I don't believe that that was the officer's intention.
I think I understand where you're going with that. Dupe, what do you think?
I think that when the door closes, the guy clearly opens it and gets out against all direction. At that point, the man's being aggressive, and then he has the audacity to try and slap at him. I'm not sure what he was slapping at, but the man just getting out of the car, first move, is an aggressive move to go against. I've never been directed to stay in a car, but not to get out, and the officer can only assume aggression. And then as soon as the guy's moving his hands, I'm not really sure what you're supposed to do. And throwing a punch is clearly a move to subdue the guy in a situation of aggression. The fact that he got the head injury was secondary and unfortunate, but no fault of the officer.
Could the punch also be considered self-defense? I mean, this other person has struck him twice.
I thought I said that. Yes.
Okay. Very good. Jim Bob, give us yours.
Okay, well, I tried to give this guy every benefit of the doubt, and that's why I had you go back. But it's still a no bill, man. No bill for me because, look, you get aggressive with peace officers, your day could turn very bad very quickly. Sure, it's awful, but 100% lawful.
But shouldn't police officers have more options available to them as police officers with training versus just punching somebody in the mouth?
Well, he did. He could have shot him, or he could have used a taser, or he could have used.
What about open hand techniques or something like that to subdue him and take him into custody?
So are we going to the to what they do in Russia with the slapping competitions? Is that what we're talking about?
No, open hand technique, like a wrist lock and drive you to the ground, put you in handcuff position. That's an open hand technique.
Oh, yeah. Well, he has a half a millisecond to think about it, and I don't know, man. Sure, maybe, but
I mean, it wasn't like this
qualified
guy was
immunity.
throwing blows at him. He's slapping at his hand like a school teacher. I'm just saying, are you guys weighing that part of it, or does that come into your lexicon of decision making on this one?
Well, I really don't know what the training schedule is for law enforcement personnel these days with Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I mean, how much Brazilian jiu-jitsu training?
You don't need to know Brazilian jiu-jitsu to do something different than punch the guy in the face. There's all kinds of, whether it's jiu-jitsu or another discipline, there are all kinds of open hand techniques that are taught by law enforcement. And many law enforcement officers go out there and take classes to learn more. So, I mean, like I said, I don't think it takes, in this case, jiu-jitsu at a high level to be able to take care of this. I'm just asking, is strike to the face, is that okay if that's the government's first response to you, slapping their hand?
Well, to be fair, 99 times out of 100, when you punch somebody in the face, they don't die, so.
Where'd you get those stats at? Is that in your reasonable person handbook that you're pulling out there?
Yeah, no, I just made it up on the fly.
Right. No, I think that a reasonable person could believe that a punch to the face is not an attempt to take your life, but it could cause it. We're down to 2 minutes here. Moose, is anything I said, anybody have anything to say about my last part here about, was there anything else the officer could do?
Well, I could hear just parts of it. I'm not hearing everybody else speak, but I still come down to, it was self-defense. He had a fraction of a second to react to the fellow when he came up to him, and he just, I think it was just a quick reaction. It was to the face, and the guy went down and hit his head. I hate that as much as that officer does, but it was self-defense in that moment. What was open hand or not, still self-defense.
Very good. Let's vote. Ultra, reasonable or not?
Reasonable, no bill.
Shane, reasonable or not?
Reasonable.
Very well, sir. Moose, reasonable or not?
Reasonable.
Jim Bob, reasonable or not?
Reasonable.
Dupe, not reasonable or reasonable?
Reasonable.
Another unanimous decision. Jason, any comments on this?
Yeah, this might shock you guys, but I put my lieutenant hat on here. I don't like this at all. He parked his squad right next to him. The position of the squad, and then to close his door and his windows are that black to do his job, I think was horrible tactically by the officer. When he gets out, create distance, and I didn't like the way the officer handled this. I think it could have went a different way. Shove him back, create distance, go to less lethal. As far as charging him, I think there's some negligence in there. I thought it was handled poorly by the officer.
I too am going to put on my lieutenant hat, and I'm going to say that probably lawful, honestly, but the guy doesn't need to be a cop. I think there's a reason, Jason, he pulled up next, so that the dash cam wasn't showing the stop. There's a reason he didn't engage his body-worn camera until after he'd shut the door. And he makes a comment when he had him on the ground. He's like, man, I was trying to help you out. I think he was avoiding doing a DWI. I think he was trying to get this guy to move down the road or get somebody to come with him, and this guy wasn't complying because he could have been mentally ill, 1096 even. But he didn't turn his camera on. Guys, when it says it's buffering, it doesn't mean that the shit works real slow. If you'll pay attention, whenever you start hearing audio, you'll see the officer make a movement up to their chest. That's where they're pushing the button on the camera. But what the camera does is when you push that button, it records a minute and a half or 2 minutes, whatever they say their buffering is. Every agency can be different. But when they push that button, it means it's recording the video that far back. So technically the camera's kind of always recording video. When you push the button, it saves a minute and a half or 2 minutes prior to your audio starting. So, and we saw it in this case. We know when he turned his audio on. And I think if you're making a real stop with somebody at 3:30 in the morning parked at a red light that's not moving, we're looking at a DWI here. This is not uncommon. And you pull up there, you're not getting a DWI stop. What do I want? I want the whole vehicle. I want to see the guy's demeanor making a case. When I get out and make contact, I'm absolutely going to turn my mic on. I want to hear what he's got to say. He's got slurred speech, all the things I'm trying to build probable cause on when I make this stop. It appears to me, and I'd like your opinion, Jason. I think that's exactly what this guy was trying to do, not do a DWI at 3:30 in the morning.
It could be. I just think everything that officer did was just lazy. That was no tactics whatsoever. And his response to, why did he slam the guy's car door? That was weird to me too. And then walk to your car parked right next to him. the whole thing was just lazy. I don't know if maybe he was trying to get out of a DUI stop, but I got issues with this one. I'm not saying it's not reasonable, but in the same breath, it didn't have to be that way.
Now, and I'm not going to say he didn't, because I don't look at it like this police officer. I look at it like me in a bar, Jason in a bar, somebody else is in a bar, and someone slaps my arm like that. I have the right to defend myself. That's probably going to be punching you in the face, and I don't disagree with that portion of it. But there's something about this video that gets my something ain't right hair standing up. One is that you can make a couple of tactical decisions. You can be lazy in a couple of spots, but he was lazy everywhere that wouldn't capture evidence, if that makes sense. So no, I don't like it necessarily. Let's talk about tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, Drax's Pit, folks. If you don't follow Drax on X, you should be. He's the most entertaining guy on X. I'm telling you, he'll keep you laughing and the stories rolling. And his spaces never get boring. But he does a live stream with Roden. She's like a real Russian. She'll tell it to you in Russian English. But real good show, very entertaining. But also Drax is the producer for the Daily Fix 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. This is Kay Daly. She's a Washington insider, and she literally lays down how the sausage is made with any political news and things that are going on. And you'll be surprised, just like I was. You'll be surprised to the caliber of guests that will be on that Daily Fix. But 3 days a week, 6 p.m. Eastern and 10 p.m. Eastern for Drax on Saturday night. But let's check out these 2 promos that we've got for him, Big Ron.
As liberals go crazy and throw their fits, come on down to Drax's Pit. Yeah, it's Drax's Pit. What?
Folks, can't recommend both those accounts or both those shows enough. No matter what's going on, if you catch them, you'll be entertained. And most likely with Daily Fix, you'll learn something. She'll bring up some pretty shocking and unique views on today's politics, which they're moving fast. With that, you guys ready to go to the third case? How's everyone feeling about it? Moose,
Let's
you
go.
good? Still good? Dupe, you still good?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm good. I like the expert witness testimony. It helps us understand how to view some of the future videos.
Oh, really? Jason, that's the first time anybody's ever appreciated the expert witness on this show. Is that correct?
No, that's pretty much every week.
I'll have to go to the producers.
My point of view.
Yeah, I think so. I'm messing. It's kind of a thing with Jason on our third show doing it this way. Somebody asked Jason pretty much on a fighting technique or something. Jason, would you have done it that way? Jason's like, well, no, I would have done it something different, right? And then it went to the deliberation. And so you go to there's like everybody was, my votes were Jason, whatever Jason said. For the rest of the night, they just listened for what Jason said and they followed him. So I've had to clip his wings. He's like the expert witness that can't be an expert. That's why we go to him afterwards, because he'll spoil the jury. Case number 3, Big Ron, let's put it up.
Bedazzled tasers and all.
Let's stop with that, please, Kay.
Hey, man, you need me to put case number 3 up there for you?
the last week. Oh. Get your fucking hands up. He dropped the gun. He dropped the gun. He dropped the gun. Hey, can we get 1141 for an officer? Street light fell on her windshield. Get on the fucking ground. Yeah. Hey, Henry, get back here. We don't know if there's a second person. The seat's all the way back. You got lethal? I got taser. Get on the fucking ground!
Get on the ground now! Or you're gonna get tased!
Is that a real gun?
Get on the...
Get on the ground!
Yeah?
Is that a real gun, Henry?
You wanna... Yeah, it is. Do not reach for the gun! Do not reach for that
All
gun!
units on scene. She dropped the gun. Shots fired. Shots fired.
Hey, put your... You're good?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm okay.
Good. Hey, Danny, you good? Hey, bump on this side. Bump on this side. This side. Use this side. Use this side. Hey, we're gonna use this side. Hey, bro, if you reach for a weapon, you're gonna get shot. All right? You guys ready? No, we're good. We're good. Push up. There's a lot of us. Hey, someone get a taser up. Taser up. Yeah, I got lethal. Get taser up because he's not getting down. Hey, get on the fucking ground. Get on the ground now, or you're gonna get tased.
Is that a real gun?
Get on the.
Get on the ground!
Yeah.
Is that a real gun?
Hey, you want to? Yeah, it is. Do not reach for the gun. Do not reach for that gun. Hey.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Hold on. You guys good?
I got the firearm.
Just
leave it.
Leave it. Hey, where's my aid bag? Right here, my aid bag. Hey, once we cuff him, just get him naked and I'll work on him. You know, and just give me the mechanism of injury.
All right, Henry. I got him.
Wherever he's injured, just let me know.
Back up. Cut him up.
So the gentleman shot is transported in stable condition, and there's the replica gun, lighter that looks like a gun. Any questions about this video? Any portions of it we'd like to see again?
I just want to clarify there was no audio, correct?
No, there was audio for this.
I did not get audio, Joe.
Throughout the entire thing, the directions of the guns and everything, you may have an audio issue.
Yeah.
You can hear me now, though, right?
Yeah, I've been having it just fine. I didn't hear any of the sound.
Anybody else having that issue?
No, but I would like to see the part of the video right before they shoot him where he stumbles. It looks like he might be getting up, but it also could be a stumble where his right leg gets up and his foot's on the ground.
Here we go.
Get on the ground!
Yeah.
Is that a real gun, Henry?
Yeah, it is. Do not reach for the gun. Do not reach for that
All
gun.
units on scene. She dropped the gun. Shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired. Shots gun.
Not reach for that
All
gun.
units on scene. She dropped the gun.
Not reach for that
All
gun.
units on scene. She dropped the gun. Shots fired. Shots
That
fired.
help you out?
Yeah, thanks.
Moose, could you hear the audio on that one?
No, I'm not getting any audio on this particular video.
Brother, that's going to be something on your end. I have no controls to be able to fix that for you here. I can't imagine what's making that happen. Might check your tab, make sure the tab, well, if you were muted, you wouldn't hear anything.
Correct. Okay.
Nothing unusual in the audio. I mean, they seem to be giving him clear directions, including don't reach for that gun.
Okay.
All right, folks, with no more questions, we're going to go to a clock. Big Ron, post it. Ultra, I'm going to you first on this. What do you think?
I'm going to go with no bill. He was on the ground. He was directed not to go to the gun. I don't care if it's a replica or a real gun. He insisted on getting up. They told him not to get up, and he kept getting up. So I'm with the officers on this one.
No issues on maybe the stop. I mean, this was a plate reader that reads a plate and, suggests that a vehicle is stolen, and that's how this pursuit started.
I'm still stand by what I said. Did I misunderstand that there was a gun?
No, well, technically there was no gun. There was a cigarette lighter that had the appearance of a gun.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't care if it's a real gun or not. If they told him not to go for it, he should not have gone for it. He should have stayed on the ground as directed.
Fair enough. Let's go to Shane.
Yeah, so just real quick, I want to address the audio issue. I have no audio, period, except for like two people on stage. I can hear them in my ear. I have a secondary device I'm using for audio. It's got like a 5-second delay, so I'll keep this in a single response. No bill. I was actually really impressed with how the officer handled things. In the situation like this where he was directed not to go and inspect things further, if you remember there in the beginning, it looked like he wanted to get closer. He was told not to. He couldn't tell if that was a real gun or not from that distance. So it looked clean to me.
It's a well thought out assessment. Moose, do you have one? An assessment?
I would have to say everything looked great. I mean, as far as they were all giving commands, there were many officers on the scene. The person was listening, but then all of a sudden wanted to twitch and move, and whether it's a real gun or not, it looked like a real gun. So yeah, I kind of agree with what happened, and they did okay.
Jim Bob, what say you, sir?
All right. Well, I'm gonna be the thorn in the side. I don't like this one at all. To me, it looks totally unjustified. I counted about 15 officers, and I'm guessing that there were another 3 or 4 that were not even in the video. So I'm guessing there were about 20, maybe even more San Diego officers there that had this dude completely surrounded. Half of them had tasers pulled. The other half had firearms pulled. I don't like this one at all, in my opinion. So I may be the lone wolf, but I'm just saying I don't like it.
Let me see if I understand. So what you're saying is that because there were so many officers there, that even if he had reached the gun, he couldn't have shot them all. So they still would have won. Is that the premise?
No, he couldn't even turn around to get to one of them. The dude could barely move. So,
did you notice they tased him as well?
Can you show me that part? Because I did not see him getting tased.
Sure, he's tased twice actually. I'm going to put the audio up because you're going to need to hear it.
Yeah? Hey, you want to? Yeah, it is. Do not reach for the gun! Do not reach for that gun! Hey!
Did you hear the first snap? Listen for it again. You're going to hear the report of the pistol. You're going to hear a pop, a snapping sound. That's the taser.
Do not reach for that gun! Hey!
Yeah. So all I heard was a snap and then gunshots. They were almost simultaneous. So the taser They didn't even give the taser a chance to work. Or am I wrong?
What if he had reached and got to the pistol? You're saying they should have used a taser at that point? I tell you what, let's go to Dupe. You may have convinced Dupe or something. Dupe, what do you think?
Nah, he didn't convince me of anything. I actually was already on that side. The direction was get on the ground. He's on his knees, and they kept saying get on the ground. And I was in my head saying, well, tell him to get on his stomach. And then we finally heard it. And then he finally does disobey an order. So I would say that he did start to disobey. He was swaying. And the pop, I believe, was after. The reason I wanted you to replay that video, or the end of that video, was it looked like he was stumbling and he moved his foot forward, and in doing so his arms naturally move forward, and it appears that he's going for the gun. I just in the video I can't tell that he's actually reaching for something. And
Well, let
I
me
will
ask you this, Dupe. Is that the decision we're here to make, is whether he was really reaching for that or not?
To some extent, no. I think they were quick on the draw. Especially after, yes, I could hear the what you were talking about, but I heard a gunshot almost immediately afterwards. Am I wrong? Am I misinterpreting what I thought I heard and saw?
Well, no, I'm asking.
Okay, well, I thought that based on I didn't see the tasers. I heard what you said, and then I listened, and I did hear the pop, and then I heard a gunshot within a split second afterwards. So I do have an issue with it.
So you think that it's unreasonable that the officer had a credible fear for himself or anyone else?
I understand the credible fear for anybody else being a factor, and I'm borderline on it, and based on what I think I saw, I would actually go that route. Yeah, unreasonable.
Okay. Grizz, yeah, Ultra or Moose, do you guys want to counter the Jim Bob duo?
No, again,
because they can convince one more person.
well, for being video 3, again, I'm going off of visual only with no. I was not able to hear what was being said or anything. So I'm just going all about visual here, and then what I'm hearing everybody else say. So I'm feeding off of everybody in this situation.
So they could be persuading you.
They could be.
Ultra, were you able to hear Jim Bob and Duke and their assessment of this situation? Where we're having connection issues bad tonight, people dropping out. Shane, is your audio better now? Maybe not. It's almost exactly 11 seconds before he hears me. Are you back with us, Ultra? Are you back with us?
Yes. I'm sorry. People's audio keeps going out, and I'm sorry if you guys heard me doing push-ups a minute ago. I thought I'd muted my mic after the last time I spoke.
Yeah, I think we're fine. Did you hear Jim Bob and Dupe?
No, I did not. I did not hear a word they said.
They're leaning towards unreasonable, believing that communication wasn't real clear, and they believe officers could have done something else. There was plenty of officers there with tasers and other things.
I'm still going to go with no bell.
All right, well, let's vote on it. Shane, I'm going to come to you first. See if you can talk. I've got your mic muted. All right, Moose, to you. Reasonable or not? You with us, Moose? Moose. Audio's kicking us tonight. Jim Bob, reasonable or not?
Yeah, for me, it's unreasonable. I don't like anything about this. There were a number of things that could have been done, in my opinion, unreasonable, in my opinion.
Unreasonable. Dupe, reasonable or not? but we're dying tonight on audio. Grizz, reasonable, ultra Grizz, reasonable or not? Can you guys hear me?
Hey, sorry, I said not.
Can anybody
I
hear
didn't
me?
hit the mute. I forgot to hit the unmute.
All right, reasonable or not, Dupe?
Not reasonable. Too many things going on. Not enough time between the taser and the gun.
Very good. Moose, are you back with us? Ultra, you back with us?
Yes.
Reasonable or not?
Reasonable.
Well, I can't get enough audio to get a full vote. Moose. Can maybe producer, can we remove him and add him back or something? Maybe that'll work. How about it, Moose? Okay, well, I guess we're going with unreasonable with the 2 out of 3 votes. That's not a tie. We'll take it. There it is. Force was unreasonable on this one. Jason, you want to weigh in?
Follow commands, don't reach for weapons, and you don't end up shot. Pretty much it. I thought the cops did a good job. Get on the ground. To me, that lay on the ground. If you get on the ground, they say get on the ground more. Get on the ground. Don't reach for the gun. Don't frickin' reach for the gun. Totally reasonable.
See, I think he clearly reached for the gun. Now, if you'll watch this video, there's a bright spot. Looks like some trash on the ground right before the tire, and you'll know that's the gun because that's exactly where he lunges forward. He lunges for this spot on the ground, and that's when he's shot. And I think it's completely reasonable.
Reach for a weapon, you're gonna get shot. All right. You guys ready? No, we're good. Push up. There's a lot of us. Hey, someone get a taser up. Taser up. Yeah, I got lethal. Get taser up because he's not getting down. Hey, get on the fucking ground. Get on the ground now, or you're gonna get tased. Is that a real gun? Get on the. Get on the ground. Yeah. Is that a real gun? Hey, you want to? Yeah, it is. Do not reach for the gun. Do not reach for that gun. Hey.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Now, see, to me, he reached directly for the gun. It wasn't like he was stumbling, looking to grab his balance there. He looks to me like he was actually going to it. I think it's reasonable that the officers believed him to be going for that gun. I think this was a very reasonable shoot. But not a matter. That's the jury's decision, and that's you guys weighed it out. That's where we go with it. Let's talk about some Judge Joe Brown barbecue sauce.
Introducing Judge Joe Brown's all-new barbecue sauce and seasoning. Justice in the form of flavor. With one taste of our premium blends of all-natural ingredients, herbs, and spices, you'll fall in love with meat all over again. Judge Joe Brown's all-natural barbecue sauce collection is made up of 2 zesty flavors, original and spicy.
Law firms will take this as a retainer.
What? It must be a law firm where they hungry as hell. Now you gonna help me with this parole I'm dealing with?
Folks, Judge Joe Brown, who has been a special prosecutor on this very show with us, and we're going to try to get him again, but he has a barbecue sauce out. You can get it at jjbbq.com or Amazon, actually, Judge Joe Brown barbecue sauce, but it's got a real coarse grind to it. The man's born and raised in Memphis. He knows about barbecue sauce, and it's coming from Texas. I got to give Memphis, they know a little bit about something about some barbecue. You do not in Kansas City, and you do not in the Carolinas, so we could talk about that in the after party, but that's a fact. But Judge Joe Brown's barbecue sauce, folks, reach out and get you some of it. You won't be disappointed. It comes in a gift set or a set of different flavors, and it's pretty good. You're going to like it. Let's get to case number 4.
At 4:18 p.m., IMPD officers responded to a business at 1545 North Meridian Street for a welfare check. 36-year-old Terrence Shane was unresponsive behind the wheel of his vehicle and parked in the drive-thru. Employees of the business had tried to wake Mr. Shane but were unsuccessful.
Adam 253, Charles 257.
Go ahead.
You got a countywide?
10-9.
Can you go countywide?
Yeah, stand by.
Control 235. Go ahead. You can cancel my record for the pickup truck. Clear. Charles, 46, we'll be going to countywide.
Can you see if you can see a gun in there? Do you see if there's a gun? We're on a check welfare 16th and Meridian. On a check welfare, guys passed out in the car.
Out of 270-262, trouble with a person 1616 East 25th Street at Douglas Park.
He's moving.
Two, three, four, to cover.
Hey! Hey, nope! Put it in park! Put it in park!
270, you can just hold that.
Hey! Put the car in park, brother. Hey! Can you unlock the door for me, please? Just unlock the door, okay?
246.
Put the car in park.
This is Charles 246. Can I get Adam?
Hey!
253.
Are you okay?
Is he on duty?
I just been working all day. I got something wrong with my mouth. I'm on my way to the hospital.
Is that for 253?
I just got.
Yeah, can you call me?
Like a month ago, and it hasn't been right.
Let's step out of the vehicle. Yeah, I need to get this guy out of the car real quick.
I can't get out right here.
I'll send it to you. Charles 246. That's for 235, not 253.
Can I pull up right there?
No, we're gonna stay still, okay? Go ahead, step out. It's in park. Come on back here.
I see all in my truck.
Well,
I'm talking about you.
So I was on my siren and my horn. We were knocking on the window, and you weren't moving. So let's step back here and we'll explain everything.
Okay, like I don't. Like,
so come on back here.
Why do I have to get out though?
Just come back here.
I don't. Y'all. It's too many of y'all. Y'all scaring me. Like,
there's no reason to be scared. Just come back here.
Okay, I'm comfortable right here in my car.
I want you to come back to the back of the car.
I don't want to.
Sir, come back here.
Yeah, just like I'm cool. I'm okay.
Grant, come over here.
I'm okay.
Just come here.
I'm okay.
No, you are not.
Yes,
come
I
here.
am. I'm okay.
Come here.
Man.
No. Get out of the car.
Man,
get out of the fucking car. Get out of the car.
Okay.
No. Step it up. Get out of the fucking car. Get out of the car. He's taking off. Hey! Hey! Shots fired. 20 seconds unit. Step it up. Hey! Officer down. Officer down. Hey! Lose your fucking hands! Lose your fucking hands! Lose your fucking hands! Lose your hands! Lose your hands! Step back!
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Yep.
My goodness, I tell you what, audio's been a trash tonight for all of us. Folks, that's your case. You had a unconscious person in a CVS pickup line for the drive-through. Law enforcement arrives. The guy's sleeping. They hit this air horn, the siren, tapping on the windows, eventually wake him up. And he's a bit non-compliant about getting out, and I think they're going to conduct a DUI investigation. Any portion of the video that we want to see again, or any questions? Moose, can you hear the video on this one? Can any of my jurors hear me?
I got you. Got you. 5 by 5.
I'm not even sure if you guys are even with us anymore. Who are we missing? We're missing one. Okay. I'm going to say there's no portion of the video we want to see again. Let's go to the clock. Ultra, what do you think about this video?
Because I missed so much of it, I think you should actually disqualify me.
Actually, why don't we play this again? Because give me a sound check. Who can hear me? Dupe, you got me. Moose, do you have me?
I hear you.
Ultra's got me. Jim Bob, do you have me?
Yep.
All right. So Moose is. Do you know your mic is muted, Moose? Maybe that's it. No. Let's try this again.
You're the only person I can hear so far. I can't hear Jim Bob. I can't hear anybody else.
They haven't spoken.
Joe, you can't hear me?
I can hear you now. Yes.
All right. Yeah.
Come on back here.
I see all in my truck.
Well,
I'm talking about me.
so I was on my siren and my horn. We were knocking on the window, and you weren't moving. So step back here, and we'll explain everything.
Okay, like I don't. Like,
So come on back here.
why do I have to get out though?
Just come back here.
I don't. Y'all. It's too many of y'all. Y'all scaring me. Like,
There's no
y'all
reason to be
just-
scared. Just come back here.
Okay, I'm comfortable right here in my car.
I want you to come back to the back of the car.
I don't want to.
Sir, come back
Yeah,
here.
I just like I'm cool. I'm okay.
Grant, come over here.
I'm okay.
Just come here.
I'm okay.
No, you are not.
Yes,
Come
I
here.
am. I'm okay.
Come here.
Man.
No. Get out of the car.
Man, leave-
Get out of the fucking car.
Get out of the car.
There's no audio CVS surveillance video.
Okay. Hey.
No. Stop it up. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. He's taking off. Hey! Hey! Shots fired. Please execute it. 7 up. Hey! Officer down. Officer down. Hey! Lose your fucking hands! Lose your fucking hands! Lose your fucking hands! Lose your hands!
That helped everyone out that didn't get a chance to see it? I'm playing it for Ultra. Were you able to see it at that time? Okay, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put up this clock and I'll tell you what I think about the video. Moose, can you hear me? Moose. Let's remove Moose and see if we can't get him to work on his
I was
audio.
able to hear that one. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Whoever just spoke, I can hear you, but I can't hear anyone else if they're talking.
This is unbelievable. All right, folks, we've got a guy sitting in a drive-through. He's out. Law enforcement made contact with him. I think the probable cause to do a DWI or DUI investigation is clearly there. He refuses to get away from the vehicle, jumps back into the vehicle, backs up with the door open, pinning up another police officer between his driver's side door and the wall of the CVS. His partner backs off, takes cover, and puts bullets into the windshield, wounding the driver in his arm. And then that's when he that's when he submitted, stopped, got out, and gave up.
Hey, Joe, can I save the jury a whole bunch of time and just say this was 100% justified? When you try to run over police officers, you get shot, period.
What about his request to stay in the vehicle because he's comfortable there? He was concerned. He's a black man. He's concerned that the police are there to kill him.
Well, I have a whole bunch of requests in my daily life that often get denied. That does not give me, carte blanche to start running people over because my requests were denied.
I see your point. Moose, what do you think about it? Dupe, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
What do you think about it, sir?
I think this has to be the most cut and dry video we've seen. This is even more clear than Renee Good, and that was pretty clear too. The vehicle is a deadly weapon. He clearly pinned an officer with his door and a brick column. Regardless of what happened with the cops, I mean, maybe cops should have had vehicles in front and behind. It doesn't matter. As soon as you get back in the car, you're operating a deadly weapon and putting other officers at risk, let alone other people. The risk of him driving away erratically. I can't see this being any more clear. At the same time, I'd love to hear, maybe I missed something. I just don't see anything other than this being completely justified.
Okay, Ultra, are you with us, or?
I think so. Maybe.
What's your opinion of this video?
Okay, I have a question. Were there any audio with any of those videos?
Yes.
Okay, I did not hear a single one. But whoever just spoke last, I think it was Dupe. I 200% had the same thought. Use the vehicle. A vehicle can be considered a deadly weapon. He pinned the officer between that and the brick wall, and here we are. So I agree. It's absolutely cut and dry. I think it was absolutely well articulated what he said. This was more apparent than Renee Good, and that was pretty apparent.
Yeah, I saw what Dupe did with that. That was well played. I'll give you a well played on that one.
It was gorgeous. Well done.
All right, well, let's take a 3-man vote there. I'm hearing reasonable. Reasonable for you, right, Grizz?
Correct.
And Dupe, reasonable for you.
Beyond reasonable.
Clear as Renee Good, and that was pretty clear, right?
Absolutely.
Actually, I agree with you on that. That was good. And Jim Bob, reasonable.
Beyond a shadow of a doubt, 100% beyond reasonable. Yes.
All right, we're going to give you another shot there, Moose. Reasonable or not? I heard reasonable. Let's post a verdict on that. We'll call it reasonable. Jason, what do you think about this one? Now, that's not an uncommon situation, right? Somebody sleeping behind the wheel.
No, it's reasonable. Again, just follow instructions, do what you're told, and you don't end up shot. Beyond reasonable.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was a pretty clear cut, and the reason I added it was a vehicle against an officer, and the guy had an argument as to he felt uncomfortable about not getting out of his vehicle and requested to remain.
And if I may interject, in the chat, I asked Moose, because he's unable to have any audio, if he thought it was reasonable or unreasonable, and he said reasonable. So
Then you know what? That's what I said for him. We voted for him on this one. Folks, we keep experiencing this connection because I have no way of fixing it. I've checked everything on my end. We're right. It's got to be a StreamYard platform issue. If that's it, we may cut this one a little short and get on into the after party. But let's go to case number 5, Big Ron. Let's see if we can get audio through that.
Good to go.
Get it. Get down! Get down!
I already know this one right here.
Go in, get it, get it.
Let her come through. No. No. Because he put his hands on me, so I'm not shutting up. Don't.
There's your 5th case. Was everyone able to hear the audio on that?
Yeah, there wasn't much though.
Ultra, Jim Bob, Moose, could you hear the audio?
I could hear the audio, yes.
Yep.
Okay. What you've got is in Hartford, Connecticut, you've got a domestic disturbance. There's a woman inside that there's another man and woman inside that won't let her leave. So they force entry into the apartment. You see the scuffle. One of the boyfriend pulls a knife, and you can see that in a portion of the video, and that's when shots are fired. Any portion of this video or portions of the video we'd like to see again?
Yeah, can you show me the knife?
Slowly.
I'm also going to speak for Moose. Texting him, he said he could not hear the audio.
All right, do you see the knife in his hand there? In his right hand? Left hand, I believe, is on an officer's arm.
Go in. Get in. Get in.
Let her come through. No. No. Because he put his hands on me, so I'm not shutting up. Don't.
Were you able to see it then too?
Yes.
No. Okay. There. I see it. There. I see it.
Thought I was going to have to call forensic files to be able to get your peepers on that thing. So you see the knife now?
Yeah. It looks like one of those straight.
Straight razor.
Yeah, straight razors that barbers use. To me,
It was definitely an edged weapon. For sure. I can't tell exactly what kind it is. It's moving around quite a bit. Looked like it could be a lock blade with a little 550 cord tail on it swinging there too. So hard to say. Does it matter?
No.
What about sanctity in his own home? It's not illegal to have a knife in your own house.
Under those circumstances, cops at the door, not cooperating, and to the extent that I think it was weird how the guy behind him. I was wondering how that cop rushed in, and then I saw the other camera where he was pushed and told to go in, go in. I might need more context as far as why, but once you're in there, it's pretty clear. And if that was a cop or if that was somebody else in the room that he had his hand on the arm, regardless, it was a move towards causing serious bodily harm, if not death, towards another person. I have a hard time finding that unreasonable.
Fair enough. Jim Bob, what do you think?
I'm having a hard time on this one because the video is so shaky. I have a hard time seeing enough evidence to weigh in on one side or the other. So, you know, I did see the frame where there's an edged weapon in his hands, perhaps. I don't know. I need somebody to talk me into this one way or the other.
Well, did you see him grab the arm of the person, and the person with the weapon grabs the arm of another person in front of him, and that person is roughly about at the waist of the person with the weapon, and he raises that weapon, and just under those circumstances, if you're right-handed and you take your left hand and you grab the arm of somebody who is below you in a submissive position, and you have a weapon raised, what is your assumption on what's going to happen with that weapon?
Well, isn't the question, what would a reasonable person believe?
Well, I thought I was stating something based on reasonable. That's pretty clear to me.
And Jim Bob, what's your real struggle here? Is it struggle that law enforcement pushed their way into someone's private residence, or is it not sure if this guy presented a real threat or perceived to be present a real threat?
Well, okay. First off, yeah, the private residence thing, but mainly, you know, we live in 2026 where video and audio is really good, you know, and how the police department could come up with audio and video that bad, it just throws me for a loop, you know.
Well,
because that's horrible.
They're in a fight. It's hanging on them. You know, it'd be like putting the camera on the UFC fighters. It wouldn't be as enjoyable to watch.
Well, there's a lot of people in there, and you could tell by the different voices and all the different bodies moving around. It took a second for me to kind of gain my footing and focus my eyes on important parts of what were happening. And I don't think it has anything to do with the quality of equipment. I think it has everything to do with the situation and the amount of people that were moving around and the level of uncooperation. Yeah, sure, uncooperation, this and that, but it also created a hectic and chaotic environment. And it does take a second to adjust and figure it out. But it became clear, and the video was paused and slowed down in certain points, and you could clearly see the actions. And our eyes are better than those cameras in those situations. The guy was clearly grabbing someone with the intent to harm them.
So all that being said, Joe, for me, it's a no bill and it's reasonable, even though I just said all that. So
I would expect nothing less out of you, Jim Bob. What about you, Grizz? Ultra Grizzly Biker Dad. Can you hear
No
us?
bill.
You're no bill on this too?
Yep.
Folks,
And
what
I
we're going
asked
to do...
Moose, I relayed everything to Moose via the text, and he also said it was reasonable.
Very well. I also relayed a Moose. Since we're having so many issues here, I've got jurors that are bouncing out, and some can hear the video, some cannot. That's our 5th case. I'm not going to drag it on any longer. But join us in our after party. Everyone that's watching, we've got an after party on X. I've got it listed to start at 11:20 Eastern time, but we'll start that at 11 straight up Eastern time. But we're going to go ahead and end this one and let us go back to the drawing board and figure out where our technical issues are, because it's just not quite that much fun for our guest, I believe, especially Moose, who can't really participate. Jason, anything about that last one or any parting words that you'd like to say?
No, I think I agree with Ultra. No bill.
Very good. Folks, if you're in the state of Minnesota, you need to reach out to your state legislator, your representative, whichever they may be, by at least an email, and tell them to vote for the SHIELD Act, right, Jason? Is that still the name of it? Still SHIELD?
Yeah, there's actually 2 bills now for it in the House and 1 bill in the Senate.
So what should they tell their representatives in Minnesota?
There's 2 bills for school safety. One is the SHIELD Act, and I don't have HF other number yet, but that one's was introduced and will be kind of cleared up this week. And then the Senate, they have a bonding bill for one of those 2 bills. So just call up and say, what are you guys doing about school safety? And tell them, there's 2 bills. We're in favor of it. And that's
demand that they vote yes on those. That's the point. All the legislators need to vote yes on it. Anything that's associated with the SHIELD Act, that's a yes too. Folks, it'll put a real prepared response in Minnesota schools for sure, with a system like 3D response, which is a full comprehensive system. We'll get into it in the after party. Anybody has any questions about it, it's Jason at 3D Responses on X. Just add another S to the end of the 3D response and follow him. This is what he's done. This is his life passion. He's been working and developing this for over 10 years. And those of you not aware of it, you'd be surprised that it's in 20 plus schools, I believe, at this point, or will be very soon. It's a tried and true method. It needs to be the standard throughout all of our schools. And we got to start in Minnesota. We'll start in Minnesota. All right, folks, because of technical problems, we're going to kill this a little bit early. I'll see you at the top of the hour in the space, and I'm sure we've got plenty of things to talk about. We're going to have to run through every case with Moose, because Moose has either he didn't hear it or we didn't hear him. So we'll have to give him the 3rd degree, as you say.
an incarcerated individual's use of institutional telephones constitutes consent, and your calls may be provided to law enforcement agencies. Thank you for using Securus.